Hey everyone, it's Lisa here. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to modify some of the hairstyles that come with the Personalized Portrait Creator. This tutorial is for Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to show you how to use the warp tool to actually adjust hairstyles and still retain the hand-drawn look. So I've gone ahead and opened my Body Shape 2 all skin types, and I'm just going to come over to my hair layer in the Layers palette. If you don't have that up, you can just go over to Windows and Layers. So although the Portrait Creator comes with a lot of default hairstyles, you might be looking for something that's very specific to a family member or a client. And in this case, I'm looking for a short hairstyle that is not too spiky. It does have a little bit of curl to it and also has a few wispy bits for her fringe. So I'm going to start with a boy cut, because that's pretty close to what we're going for. And I'm going to expand the layer in the Layers panel. And I'm also going to turn on my shortcut hairstyle as well. And I only want the brown. And again, I'm going to expand that layer, and I'm going to select just the actual brown color of the hair. So not the highlights and all the details, just the brown color. And I'm going to copy that, which is Command C, and paste in front, which is Command F. And you'll see it made a duplicate and it placed right in the same place. And you'll see it's on top, which we don't want. I'm just going to move it down underneath everything. And for now, I'm just going to turn it off because we want to make adjustments to the original one. So selecting those two by just clicking on the side of your Layers panel. So I'm just using the direct select tool and I'm holding down my shift. So we got both selected at the same time. I'm going to come over to my warp tool, which is Shift R on your keyboard, or this funny looking sort of half ticket shape thingy. And then I'm just going to select that and hit enter on my keyboard to bring up the warp tool options. Make sure that detail and simplify is clicked off. If you don't have that deselected, what's going to happen is every time you use the tool, it's going to take away all those lovely nodes and the detail and the grungy sort of pencil look that we're going for. So we want to retain all the details that the drawing still has. So all those settings are fine for now, and then I'm going to hit OK on the menu, and you'll see the brush size. So to adjust the brush size, I'm just holding down Option and Shift on my keyboard. The reason why I'm holding down Shift as well, because I want to retain the actual perfect circle. If I didn't hold down Shift, what would happen is you could actually change it to any shape that you like. But we want to keep a circle. So I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm just going to zoom in. But I want to take away all, the outline preview, so because it's kind of like distracting and I can't really see what I'm doing. So I'm going to hide that, which is Command H, and bring the brush size down just a dash. And I'm just simply going to tease that. So with my mouse, I'm just teasing that to bring that down because we don't want it so spiky. And probably bring in the sides a dash. So something along those lines. I think it's already looking a lot better to what we're going for. And then I'm going to turn the other layer back on. Make sure that's selected. So I'm going to bring back my outline preview again so I can see what's going on. So that is selected. I'm going to hide the edges again. And then I'm just going to tease that one. Just tease it into shape. And it's just small movements. You don't want to go too big, because the bigger you go, the less control you have over the whole image. And we're just simply teasing as we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and select, actually let me just finish the one underneath, because I can see there's a little bit over here sticking out that we don't want. And I'm just increasing my brush size. And I'm just simply pushing it up. And now we want to make it the same color as the actual, the top layer of the hair. So I'm hitting I on my keyboard to bring up the eyedropper, and I'm selecting the same color. And it's already looking a lot better. So now what we want to do is we want to select all of it, and I just want to lift this area up to be a dash higher on her forehead. So again, coming over to my warp tool, I'm just pushing it slightly up, teasing as I go, so the movements aren't too drastic. And then as a final touch, I just want to add a little bit of a fringy bit at the bottom. So I'm going to bring my edges back up, my outline, by using Command H on my keyboard. I'm going to double click that so I can go into the isolation mode of that. And then I want to select just one of those so that we can use that as our little fringy bits. And all I've done is I've dragged, and as I'm dragging, I'm holding down my Option key, and that basically makes a duplicate of the actual shape. And I think what I want to do is take that one for a bit of variation, and I'm rotating it, which is R on my keyboard to bring up the rotation. And then I'm just going to duplicate those. And I hit O on my keyboard just to get the reflection tool up. And I'm just moving it around so it doesn't all look the same. I've activated my warp tool again. And at this stage, all we want to do is just create a little bit of a fringe, but we want to retain that sort of grungy, hand-drawn, textured look. And that's why we're stealing, if I can call it that, we're stealing little lines from the detail layer, just so that it keeps the whole look uniform. And I'm rotating, and again, every time I'm duplicating, I'm just holding down Option on my keyboard, and I'm going to reflect that so it doesn't look the same. So there we start developing a little fringe, little wispy bits at the bottom. And what you can do is, because it's still looking a little bit too uniform, so what I want to do is I want to adjust that shape. I've activated my pencil, which is N on my keyboard, and I'm just simply going to redraw that bottom bit so it looks a little bit different. It looks a bit better. And there you have it. You now have a new hairstyle that's very personalized to the portrait that you're trying to create. I hope that was helpful. Happy creating!